Hi, I'm Jerram.
And I'm Barry.
We're from NovoFit, and this is the Mate Spot Me podcast. In this podcast, we're going to speak to experienced and upcoming fitness industry leaders with the goal to give you 2 to 3 gems that you can take away and insert into your business.
So the people have spoken, Jerram. They've had enough of hearing other people. They want to hear from you.
Me?
And me.
I want to.
And Henry.
Henry.
So here we are, the 3 musketeers.
And ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Hey, don't say that.
Don't say that.
So we're going to chat about everything. 2026.
I think it's a good time. We've got a few episodes under the belt. We've spoken about this, just bringing it back in to the team.
I like that.
And just a bit of self-reflection on where we're at so far.
Are we going to do the stop?
Stop. I actually listened to that the other day.
It's good.
Listen.
That's good that you listen to our podcast. I'm glad.
Someone's got to get the views up.
Yeah.
I had a young bloke was in the car and goes, Dad, if you're on Spotify, does that mean you're famous?
Absolutely.
I hope you went, yeah.
Of course it does.
That's the only reason I'm doing this.
Bloody oath, son.
What was your favourite episode of 2025?
Mine was the Jeff episode.
Yeah?
Oh, I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed Bo. That was
Oh,
a lot of
it was
energy.
That was a
amazing.
great one.
It's good.
And listening back at Fees that I listened to last week, I enjoyed that. But I've known her a long time, so that was some of the stuff I'd already heard before. But I enjoyed that.
I don't reckon you ever forget your first. Our man Bart,
Oh,
he
yeah.
was good.
That was
He
a
was
great
good.
episode.
Jeff was a good highlight. That was fun.
Yeah.
This one's probably going to go down in flames. But
This will be there with the one that didn't make the cut.
Yeah.
When Baz left me hanging.
uh-oh. There's been a couple of them.
Actually, we had 2 stuff ups, didn't we?
Yeah, but we don't talk about those
No. Technical issues.
technically.
Yeah.
So today we're going to talk a little bit about us. We're going to chin wag. We're going to turn this into a bit more of a social setting, I think.
Yeah, we are.
We should've got
we've
some
got
whiskey.
a fresh segment.
And then we're going to dive into 2026. Going to be a big year. Big year. Ursa's coming up. FIBO.
Industry predictions.
Yeah,
Are
chat
they,
about
are they
them.
on your list?
I've got some here.
Have
Do
you
you have some there?
questions? I've got some.
Oh, they're not in my. Then they're not in my list of questions.
Oh.
No,
Ooh,
no,
maybe
I
we'll
thought we'll
get
get
that.
into that later.
Okay. So how do you want to start this, Hage?
So this is my segment called the Quiz with Baz and Jez.
That's terrible.
The quiz, that's good. I get it.
Or
It's
we're
a play on words, Jeremy.
No,
Yeah,
fair,
yeah.
fair runner. So
Okay.
what's this involve?
So it involves around 8 questions that I'm going to ask you both. Maybe Baz, you can give us your answer first. Jez,
Cool.
you can give us your answer.
Why, so you get to go first? 'cause he's
Oh,
the
you can go.
boss.
You can go first if you'd
I'll
like.
lead with the best one.
No, Barry can go.
All right.
That's
So,
We'll mix it up.
well, one of you can answer this first. So, where and how did you two first meet?
Oh.
I reckon.
It's probably when you started.
Yeah. 3.5, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
And look, not going to lie, there's definitely a bit of synergy, a bit of love, a bit of energy between the man over there and myself. Kindred spirits.
Shared interests.
Yeah. But yeah, I was coming to NovoFit, coming over from one of the competitors. Been in the industry. It's funny.
Never really came across each other before
No.
that, though.
Worked at the Y probably similar times, back in Clubland. And then, when I came over to NovoFit, Jez was already here running amok. And
I was in Queensland already.
Yep.
I'd done a bit of time in Vic first before. I think I'd started here when you were at Matrix, and then when you went across. Actually, you might have just gone across to Jets.
had a busy period there. I was
Really?
sort of jumping around a little bit.
Just
But I've landed
just
home.
couldn't find the right place.
Just couldn't find. I needed my brother over here, and here he is.
Yeah.
So, 3.5 years. It's been a good run.
We've had some good times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably most of them in this room and the podcast.
Yeah, true.
Good conference, buddy.
Yeah.
All right. Well, how did you get your start in the fitness industry, Baz?
All right. Good question. Mum used to be an aerobics instructor. And so back in the day, she was like PT and aerobics instructor for YMCA. And I'd finished year 12, wasn't sure what I was going to do. Wanted to travel. I was working in a surf shop at the time. So retail, front of house, just loving the party scene and having a good time. Mum straightened me up, introduced me to a couple of people at the gym, at the track down in Thomastown.
Oh,
and like kind of fell into it. Started being a PT and a Jimmy, and working down there with a guy called Ryan McNamara, who's industry legend, YMCA.
I worked with Ryan.
Yeah, absolute champion. Looked after me, really taught me a hell of a lot. And went from PT, real humble beginnings, to duty manager. It was an outdoor pool, so throwing out 6'5" blokes covered in tats, half pissed out of the pool was a really good learning experience for a young 20-year-old.
I bet.
And just sort of grew through the ranks at the Y. So that was the early stages. Thanks, Mum. She's probably listening. Thumbs up.
And what about you, Jez?
I finished school and I didn't put an awful lot of effort into school in my senior years, except for the social scene. But growing up in Denny, I left Denny when I was 21. I finished school and I got a job with my footy coach, Trevor Morris, at the local sports store. And I put in probably 3 years there selling footy boots and cricket bats and tennis rackets. And then moved down to Melbourne and did my Cert 3 and 4. And then my first gig in the industry actually was with a place called Advanced Fitness Marketing. Did you ever come across them? Yeah, so they'd pair you up with someone and then they'd ship you around the country to like certain gyms, and there was a call centre, and then the call centre would call up the area and book appointments for you, and then you just had appointments come in, you'd sell memberships. So my first job was there and in Broken Hill. So I did 6 weeks in Broken Hill. It was great. So you'd go around all over the place in different gyms. So Broken Hill, did Harvey Bay, did some place out west of Sydney, and then one in Geelong. And then I got a gig at the Y as well.
Is that Emmett's old business or is...
Nah, that was...
that's creative
Creative,
fitness
CFM, yeah.
Yep.
Nah,
So
similar
you're the
thing,
pre-sale king.
Yeah, I wasn't very good at it. But I remember they used to... They were big... Back when sales was really scripted. Remember that? And it was... You used to have to do the greet... They'd call it the greet and lever. And it was like a whole sheet paragraph and you had to like recite this thing off the top of your head. And I was shit house at it. I used to just... I'd get through the first paragraph and then I'd just start wandering off and making the rest of it up. Or I just wouldn't do it at all.
Bringing out the riz. Just let me go.
Just authentic sales.
Just let me at it.
But, and then I did 12 years with the Y in various things and did some CrossFit coaching for about 12 years in there as well, and then stumbled into this.
What's going from an operator to selling kit, like and building gyms and designing gyms, what do you miss about being an operator? Ooh, question without notice. Sorry, H. I took over there.
That's good.
There's not a lot that I miss. Like what we do is pretty great. Like it's enjoyable work. But I did like, especially at the Y, like I had big teams, so I do miss having people and having teams of people to develop. But I also enjoy not being responsible for any people. So
just look after yourself, mate.
I do look after myself. Run
Big
my own
job.
race in Queensland.
That's a big job.
Yeah, and stuff. But I don't know. I don't miss members.
No?
It's funny when I came across to TFG back in the day, I didn't really sort of think that this side of the industry existed where people were globally influencing like decisions that were made about how gyms were built and what they were putting in and equipment and
I reckon I was pretty like coming across. I at the time I thought, hey, I've been doing this for a while, but I've been in community council leisure space for most of it. So I reckon I was incredibly naive to what the rest of the industry was actually doing, and it's probably since moving to Brisbane that I've really sort of learnt and seen some of that stuff firsthand. Like
I don't reckon you can ever underestimate that we see just so much.
Yeah.
It's a pretty cool experience that we walk into so many different gyms. Even you, when we went to the States, you know, you're seeing just so many different models, speaking to so many people that are doing different things in the industry that you get a good, organic, wholesome experience of what's going on.
But even like across the different, whether it be wholly owned groups of clubs versus franchise business, like the different ways that they're run by different characters, and you can certainly see the different focus from certain groups. I found that has been really eye-opening. Some of them look at it with a really business lens. Some of them look at it with more of a fitness experience type lens.
And so from the Y, you finished up there. You came to NovoFit?
Yeah, I came here. Yep. So I came at the time. Precor was our preferred supplier at the Y, and that's when I came across when NovoFit picked up Precor.
And how long ago was that?
2019.
Yep.
I reckon.
Yep.
6 years.
Yeah, just before COVID. Then all my customers closed their doors for 2 years in Melbourne.
Brutal, wasn't it?
Oh shit.
I was at Jets at the time when COVID came along, and I remember my first week we had 17 clubs in Vic that I was responsible for, and had been out of clubland for a couple of years, and went back in. And the first week we opened 17 clubs in COVID restriction, guidelines, and it was just brutal. We had, because Jets is quite a smaller footprint, you'd have 10, 15, 20 people lining up outside, and you had 10 people training inside, and they had to wait till they left, and then they would come in.
Wow.
It was intense. First week, people were just brutal. They'd been locked up for so long.
And that was the last time you were in clubs?
Yeah, so I went from Jets back into Matrix.
Do you miss anything about clubs?
Miss the people. I think it's a lot more social.
Yeah.
Our world, sometimes you're speaking to owners and you're speaking to different brands and speaking to suppliers and things, but the social element of a club, it was very addictive.
I think, you're probably right. And that's, I've continued coaching at a gym up until now, but that was probably where I'd get that little scratch that itch, I guess.
Got a lot of yellow energy about you, mate. A lot of, what is it, a high eye? Everyone wants to be around Jez.
Infectious.
So I know we got a bit sidetracked there.
Sorry,
That's
H.
all right. That's all right.
This is what we're about.
Yeah, it's good.
If you don't like it,
What else you got for us,
switch
big
off.
dog?
Okay, I got one. So, what is one thing about your life before NovoFit that listeners would not guess about you? Might be a past job, a hobby, an odd skill.
I got
Something
one. I
interesting.
got a good one.
Oh, there you go.
So when I was working with Good Life for about 5-6 years, running fitness departments in Vic, which was great fun. But I left the industry and worked out the bush for a year. And when I mean out the bush, like I'm talking out the bush.
Yep.
No power,
Regional sort of
no
operation.
phone service. And so I was driving a 28-ton excavator, falling trees and loading trucks.
Yeah, wow.
And so at the time, I didn't know how to drive a manual vehicle, didn't know how to use a chainsaw.
Well, hang on. Just might make a note of
Yeah,
that.
it's
Take that
right,
offline.
yeah.
We're going to discuss
Moving
that.
on. And so I thought, I'll do that. So family business. And so I went out the bush, learned how to drive an excavator, and I'm talking
And a
big
and a
excavator,
manual.
and learned how to drive a manual vehicle, and learned how to use a chainsaw. And so after a year covered in diesel and dirt, and I mean, it was cool. It was a different experience, and certainly taught to be at peace with quiet and being by yourself. But I don't do very well on my own. Like I'm a social animal. So 12 months was all I could start, get through. And then I come and work for TFG after that. Tim gave me a ring. I still remember I'm in an excavator covered in dirt and dust, driving. It was like 30, 40 degrees, no aircon, like just filthy, like out in the middle of nature, which was nice. And Tim called me, and I had phone reception at this time. And we'd been talking about a role, and he offered me the role. And I'm in the excavator sitting there almost jumping out of my skin, that excited.
Had enough.
And I'm like, oh, yeah, that sounds good, but,
What year was that?
2016.
Yeah. So I was 2019. I had the same thing. Tim called me. And
Thanks, Tim.
Cheers, Tim.
And
So, that's probably what they might not know about me is, and to this day, I can still drive a 28-ton excavator.
There you go.
So if anyone doesn't pay their bills, look out.
that's a pretty large excavator.
Big. I flipped it once. That was frightening. Grabbed a big load of trees, swung around. I had my arm all the way out, the arm of the excavator, and it sort of fell down a cliff. And so I was literally perpendicular to the ground in my seatbelt, staring at the ground. And this massive, didn't do that again, but it was a good learning experience.
Someone actually, this is the tangents that we'll go off today. Someone was driving along Bruce Highway on the weekend with like a massive excavator and near Maroochydore, and there's like a big bridge that crosses over. Hit the bridge at 100 clicks.
Oh,
with
that
the
would
excavator.
clean it out.
It didn't look great.
Not sure that's fit for Mate Spot Me.
Sorry.
podcast, so
Anyway, just
I'm
popped
all
into my
for
head.
being fluid.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Jez, what's your?
I don't know if I've got one. I'm pretty.
Man of mystery.
I'm pretty open book.
You don't have a special no special talents we might not be aware of?
Pretty good guitarist.
Yeah, okay. I like that.
Oh, yeah. Favourite song?
Maybe we'll have to get you to play one next pod.
I was driving along the other day, and my boys, every time I put on an old school playlist, they always say, "Oh, these are some of the greatest songs." Like, Dad, you say that about every song, but I think November Rain is definitely up there.
Wow.
My mates bought me an electric guitar for my 40th earlier last year, and I taught myself the November Rain solo.
Are we a chance to get you on Mate Spot Me with a little?
Probably not.
You might do the jingle to start.
Yeah, we could do that.
What about you, H? What would someone not know about you?
Oh,
Got him.
I didn't think this was coming.
Come on, share something.
Didn't know about me. I was actually born in the UK. Yeah.
Sir Henry.
Yes, Henry VIII.
Nice. Whereabouts?
On the south coast in a place called Portsmouth.
Portsmouth.
Yeah, yeah,
For all our English listeners out there.
yeah. I think there's a couple actually.
Yeah.
I've seen on the Spotify
Really?
logistics, on the analytics. I mean,
Two.
Two.
That's good.
All right, what else you got
all
for
right,
us?
okay. When you're not working, how do you like to unwind? What are you doing when you're not working?
I'll go. I think when you're in roles like leadership roles and your executive roles, it can be quite high pressure and a lot of stress. I probably show that a lot. I'm looking like I'm about 60 these days. So
I didn't want to say anything.
I need to switch off. So I do a lot of activities that like escapism. So I love to free dive or spearfish. So under the water, getting under there and getting away from the world. So that's
Quiet,
probably one
yeah.
of my very quiet.
That makes sense.
It's interesting. It's the juxtaposition, Jerram, of
Good word.
being underwater and your brain screaming, you need to breathe, get up, but you also need to be super relaxed and chilled to hold your breath longer. And so it creates a nice inner peace. And so that's probably the thing that I do to switch off, diving.
What about you, Jerram?
I do like running.
Yep.
I'm not really built for running,
I wasn't going to say anything, but
but I do enjoy it.
you're a squatter.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Probably a little heavily set for running, but I do enjoy probably the similar thing. I just go out and raw dog it, no music, just
Really? No music?
nah. So I did the Sunny Coast Marathon the last 2 years, and I'll do it again this year. But first year I did all my training with music, and then last year I was like, nah, you can't run with music. So I'm just going to raw dog all the training, and I enjoyed it heaps more, and I actually trained more.
Why was it different? Like, I get why it was different. Why did you enjoy it more?
I just sort of, I just had moment like it was almost like meditation.
Yeah, it
I
felt more
was
like
just-
a mindfulness exercise.
I was
You're not-
just in my own thoughts. Like, and I'd go for runs for because we've got 2 young kids, I'd try and go early. So I'd leave at 4 a.m. on a Saturday morning for a 3-hour run, and I'd get home at 7:30, and I've just been out trotting on the road for.
That's cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
H,
How
how do you switch off from your stressful mid-20s surfing
so-
lifestyle?
Yeah, surfing, as you said it.
Tough gig, eh?
Yeah. I think just fitness as well.
Yeah.
Keeping fit. I've just started running as well. I listen to music though. I might have
You
to
wanna
try it
give it a
without
go?
the headphones.
Raw
Yeah,
dog.
I might have to. I'm not doing
And the other thing that annoyed me is I kept falling out. So
Yeah.
then I cracked the shits and
Yeah.
just
Got
done
the
with
years.
All right, next question. What is a fitness belief or a trend that you used to follow but you have since changed your mind on?
Oh, there's heaps of that.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know?
I could write a novel on this.
I back in 2008, I was working at Good Life. I was running my own PT business, and I went to Filex back then, and I caught up on this thing called Gym Stick, and the Gym Stick was literally a synthetic bar, like just a small plastic bar. Had a couple of grips, and it had TheraBands or bands attached to it, and little footholds. And so what you could do as a PT is you put your feet in them, hold the bar, and you can do resisted squats, or you'd be able to do rows and all this stuff. And at the time I was like, I'm going to be the gym stick master trainer in Australia. I'm going to nail this thing. I can train people in the park. I can take it in the gym when it's busy. And man, I reckon for a year I was riding that, you know, they were loving it at Ball and Good Life. Shout out to the Winning Edge. And if I went back now and looked at it, someone was paying top dollar to get PT and they were moving and exercising and it was good. But right now I'd be like, there's not enough load on that and it's like you're not really working hard enough. And so that's probably something that back in the day I literally thought this is probably the best thing ever.
Were you a good PT?
That was it.
If you look at back now, I think about this all the time. Do you reckon, if you look back now, do you think if you're a good PT back then?
I reckon I was, yeah.
I was shit house.
Were you?
Yeah, when I first
Why?
started, I just wasn't. I didn't know as much as what I probably thought I did about training, and it wasn't until I trained with other people that taught me more, and I wasn't organised enough.
Yeah.
I was always good at motivating people. So
Yeah.
I have a tendency to be able to connect quickly, build some trust and credibility and rapport, and then motivate people. And so I had someone lose 40 kilos once.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
And then another one lost about 30. And so for me, it was like as soon as those two clients did that, I was like, man, this is cool. Like you're influencing people that much that like complete life change. So yeah, I reckon I was good. I had moments where I'd be hungover and back then it was much more competitive. Like it was different. Now it's...
PT is an interesting one now, I reckon. Like, yeah, there was heaps more PT studios. There were like gyms just had a lot more PTs, where it's not really a focus in a lot of gyms now. It's probably what do you reckon that is? I have theories.
About PTs?
Yeah.
I think what's happened, COVID was tough on a lot of them.
Yeah.
And you know, knowing some of the people that run big PT programs, I think the difficulty is they come out of COVID and so the stability of the job was kind of like, man, I need to get a serious job.
Yeah.
I think too, now it's the barrier to entry to open a business in the fitness industry is quite low. Not in a bad way. And like if you want to start a franchise, there's some really credible franchise groups out there now that you can start an awesome business. Like
Buy yourself a pretty good paying job.
yeah, like a BFT or a Fit Stop or the Yard. Like there's just so many small group training, you know, facilities that PTs no longer pay $250, $300 a week to operate PT. They can do, you know, group PT with a brand that's really cool and everyone's driven. And so I think that'd be my philosophy is a lot of people have moved into that rather than doing it one-on-one.
I think you're right. I think, and from a consumer point of view, small group training is so infectious and has probably drawn away from a lot of the people that used to do PT because it's that sense of community and working with other people is more appealing. And I think you're right. Like, remember RTOs, like selling a PT course used to be a real, like they'd sell it on the sexiness of it and it's a really cool job. And then COVID came, it's like, well, it's not so cool when your livelihood can be turned off without any of your control by yourself. So
I think the churn rate too, it's, you know, back in the day it was commercially exciting to land a Cert 4 and someone do it rather than actually wanting to do a Cert 4 so someone was a better trainer.
Yeah.
And so I think there was a big influx of people that probably graduated that might not have necessarily wanted to be a career-long PT. So that flushed in a lot of people into the industry that weren't really committed to doing it for a long time.
Yeah.
And then it shifted, right? You got all of those sort of external environmental factors that come into play. COVID, gyms are shut down, and then out of that grew all of these amazing small group training facilities. It's like, great, let's go.
Cool. I got two more. What's a book, a podcast, or a resource within fitness that has shaped your thinking?
Besides Mate
Spot Me.
I think I'm a big like I love to read, so I would read a book a fortnight, I reckon.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
Every night I'd read 5-10 pages if I can stay awake for long enough. I think I'm a little bit different. Like it's not a specific book about the industry that helps me look at it from a different perspective. I think there's different books that I would read that do that. Podcasts is probably a bit easier because they're very specific. I think I'm a big believer in like stoicism, and so anything with Ryan Holiday on it, I'm pretty happy with and I like. I think yeah, podcasts. Fit Inside has got a good one. Escape Fitness do a great one on YouTube that I think is super cool. They got some great topics and do some really cool stuff that's insightful. But yeah, I think it's probably more books like that aren't about the industry that I enjoy. What about you, Jez?
I'm not a big reader.
There's a common theme here. School, you mucked up a bit.
No, I just I get to the end of the day and I don't know. I don't really. I just sort of go to bed early now, to be honest.
Yeah.
I've never been a big reader, even at school. But podcasts, I don't know. I listen to a lot. I reckon probably the biggest things that have influenced me have been some of the courses I've done more so. Like when I was first got into coaching CrossFit, I was like I frothed on it. I loved CrossFit. I was like, had Reebok CrossFit branded everything. And when I first did my level 1 course and then my level 2 course, they made me a better PT. Like the education, everyone used to slag on CrossFit as a methodology a lot, but the actual education was one of the great things about it. Like their courses were really, really good.
Super detailed too, right?
Super detailed.
Scientific.
And taught you, probably started me with, is when I worked for the Y, I went into a role of, we had a functional training arm that we had programmed that we ran across the state, but then we also had some courses that were created that were Fitness Australia accredited, and we ran with an RTO partner. So we delivered some of those. So my level 1 and 2 CrossFit courses sort of really started that passion in functional movement and teaching trainers how to teach people how to move. Because that's the thing, like you Cert 3 and 4, they give you basic tools, but they didn't, it's very basic. So
when I did my Cert 3 and 4, I was at Vic Uni and went for a year.
Really? Mine was 8 weeks.
Like 12 months. And so when people talk about the evolution of Cert 3, Cert 4, I look back to when I did that, and I was glad I did that course because I come out a better trainer. But if I had done it in 8 weeks, I would have been guessing for the first 12 months.
Yeah.
So it would have been pretty tough.
So
I think you go.
No, well, it got to a point where upon self-reflection, I realised that my knowledge was very basic and that to be a good PT, in my mind, I needed to channel into what I was interested in because I was going to – that's how I've always been. Like if I was interested in something, I would want to learn more about it and I'd be then more inclined to continue to learn in that space and deliver training in that sort of flavour. And then the people that would train with me also wanted something like that. I wasn't – if you wanted boxing, you didn't come to me.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do functional strength training with conditioning, then that's what I could program and that's what I could do. And that's what once I started coaching sessions, that was when I was like, I'm real good at this. And I really enjoyed it. That's why I did it for 12 years. So
I reckon there's a lesson in that. It's like don't try and be an expert in everything.
Nah.
It's like pick what you love, invest the time into that and be excellent at it.
Yeah. That's what I used to say when we'd run these courses is exactly that. Like if you want a boxing class, don't come and see me. If you want someone to run a really good functional session, I'll do it for you because that's what I love and I'm passionate about it. And I think that's when I was with the Y, we had a lot of general trainers and we were trying to roll out this functional training program, but you never got the same outcome because no one would ever deliver it as good as what I would because they didn't have the same.
Trying to scale it, right?
Yeah, yeah. And that's probably what happens with a lot of the, the boutique functional space. To make it easier to deliver the programming, you've almost got to make it simpler. So you're almost making your programming
less efficient so that you can scale
worse so that more people can deliver it consistently.
Concentrated, maybe not worse.
Yeah.
Maybe along what you're trying to get to, H, I think from a learning and development within the industry, I think the best thing you can do is go to events.
Yeah.
in our role, we are so lucky. Like we go to so many of these events, and you circulate with so many passionate people about that are out in the field, that are in clubs, that are running clubs, and like you just get little snippets of information all the way. And I think that was the green shoots of this podcast. It was like we go and speak to all these people and get all of this information. We want to share that. And so I think if I was to recommend, books and podcasts are certainly great from home and PD and all that. But events, like if you can get to events, Beyond Actives or Ursa or FIBO or Filex, ARV doing one.
If you're part of a network as well.
Oh, yeah, like anytime Snap,
events.
Jets, they all do amazing events.
But also get out of those and go to some other ones, like go to some of the broader industry ones.
I think globally you can see too, there's these other like fitness tech things that are going on that we see are happening in more so in the US. I'd love to get to some of those where you got, companies like Google and Nike presenting about what they're doing in wellness. Yeah. And it's like, just mind-boggling to think the amount of resources they're putting into it. So, but books get reading, mate. Get your brain sharp. It'll help you sleep.
I've got to stay awake.
5-10 pages. Happy Sexy Millionaire, reading that at the moment. Steve Bartlett, check it out. It's a good one.
Actually, I did read the Shoe Dog last year.
It's a good one.
I did enjoy that.
It's a good one. Cool story.
Right,
we're back.
We're back.
Brief intermission with some technical camera difficulties, but we're back.
Fixed it.
Don't lie, Jez just wanted to do a couple extra squats to get the pump.
All right, so I got this was going to be my last question, but I've got a question here. So if we could have any guest, past or present, on the show from anywhere, who would it be and why? Who do you want to interview?
That we haven't interviewed?
Yes, just anyone in the world, past or
anyone
present,
in the
dead
world.
or alive.
Man, that's
well, it's got to be in theme with the.
Well, yeah,
with the show.
Yeah.
H.
I know, yeah, big question.
What have you got one?
No, I haven't thought about it.
It just comes up with the questions.
Yeah, I'm the question guy.
I mean, I could think of a number of people. For me, Marcus Aurelius. You reckon you get him in?
What's he going to help with the fitness industry?
He didn't say it has to be fitness industry.
Yes, he did.
It would help people.
I said on the podcast.
Yeah, get him here.
Yeah,
He'd be awesome.
It's a little off-brand.
He'd have some cool stories. That would be mine. He said anybody.
Yeah, I did say anybody to be fair.
Take it easy.
Sorry.
JFK? I don't know. No, I reckon Marcus Aurelius would be cool. Julius Caesar.
Richard Branson would be pretty cool.
Oh,
I tell you what, actually. Ross Edgley.
Is he the comedian?
No.
Oh.
He's
who is he?
like this. I'll share everything. He's an elite athlete, like a beast.
Cool.
Training guy.
That's cool. All right. Okay.
If
So
you can
maybe
sort
his
that
name's
out,
like
that'd be good.
yeah, I'll make some calls. See what
I think
can do.
Marcus Aurelius died like 2,000 years ago, but
Oh well, I'll try.
what about fitness industry and trends, Jez? I want to chat to you about that. Let's straighten her up a little bit for a second. Let's not get too serious. But a little birdie told me you got a stat there that you've just been holding on to for the show.
I did a little bit of
Just
research.
waiting. And it's pricked my ears.
A
and
little bit of
it's-
research.
I think it's very relevant to the combo.
Well, I think one of the big trends is group competition, like community-based competition. High Rocks is like
the
probably
go-to,
the big thing, and it's probably not. It hasn't just blown up overnight. Like, and again, like because of the space I've been interested in, I've been familiar with the CrossFit world and the CrossFit Open. Here's some interesting stats for you. Yeah, here we go. So CrossFit Open, which is an online course that then, competition that then feeds into like regional events that then feed into the games, which is like the ESPN.
In-person event.
Yeah,
Yep.
big sort of broadcasted event. So, but it all starts with this online thing over three to 5 weeks, depending on when it was. So in 2018, that peaked with 415,000 participants, right? It's a lot of people.
415,000.
For an online participation thing, sweet. That's low barrier of entry. Oh, it's online or it's in facilities. So
global or is it just?
that's global, yeah.
Yep.
So you would record your scores online. You would do it at your local gym. There was certain scoring sheets and movement standards that coaches had to make sure people adhered to. But 415,000. 2025.
Just last year.
Yeah. So 415 in 2018, 233,000 last year.
Ooh, a bit of a dip.
It's a bit of a dip. which shows the transition in the industry and the different types of offerings in that space as well. So there's so many more different
modalities,
different types of functional
events and
facilities and boutiques. But the interesting one that I liked is, you ready for another stat?
give it to me.
High Rocks 2025 had 779,000 finishes.
Whoa.
And that's not,
It's nearly double the
but
first
they're
number you
major
suggested.
events, right? Like they're not just in your garage, your warehouse gym.
Face to face. You got to
thing.
go.
These are like big.
Official High Rocks events.
Across 79 events, I think it was.
Yep.
I didn't write that one down. But that's a lot.
That is a lot.
So that's nearly double, right? And that's in person that people are committing to going and doing this social fitness.
Yeah, but I reckon it's a different type of thing. Like it lends itself to the running growth that we see as well. Like look at how many run clubs there are. Like back home on the Gold Coast, there's run clubs up and down the coast every Saturday morning, Saturday, Sunday. They're all just out, massive groups out running, and same in Brizzy, everywhere really. Like it's.
I think so. Question to you: that's 100 and whatever it was, 230,000 drop off on the CrossFit, right? What are they doing now? Are they doing High Rocks?
I reckon a lot of them are.
Yeah.
There'd be a lot of them are, or there'd be a lot that are just doing different types of training.
And why do you think they've transferred over to High Rocks? What's drawn them over there?
It's a bigger scale event. So if you think about, like if you go to there's a real buzz around the event. It's very professional in the setup. I don't know. I think, and it is a longer sort of thing, so it lends itself to a different type of training and would require a lot of people to work towards it. So it sort of creates that real challenge for people. Like, I'm going to do a High Rocks, or I'm going to run a marathon, or I'm going to.
Yep.
So you kind of have to build up to it in a lot of cases for most people.
Humans are aspirational. We always want to be working towards something.
Yeah.
I think, and particularly those that are future orientated, it's like if I set a goal,
Yep.
I'll work towards that, and then it will keep me disciplined and honest, and then
Yeah.
I'll get there.
Or I like to have a holiday booked, or I like to have something that's out in front of me that I'm
Yep,
heading
looking forward
towards.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the social setting too is massive. If you think about that first online number you gave
Yeah.
to now in person, there's this real groundswell of people wanting to connect with other people
Yeah.
whilst doing activities.
Yeah.
And
And I think like there certainly is, I remember being like when I was back here in Melbourne, there certainly is a buzz in the gyms. I'm back up in Brizzy now, like when those events are on, because they still happen, but it's just a different scale to these other things. But I think more people are just into, like that's a huge jumping number. I think more people are just into that sort of type of training as well.
Do you think, and I mean only looking through the lens of Australia, but we love trends. Like we love following, I wouldn't say they're fads, because fads are super short term. That period of time where CrossFit dominated the market was a long time. High Rocks looks like it's not going away anytime soon. Wellness isn't going away anytime soon. Reformer Pilates, that's just continuing to grow. And so there's these like followings, there's this identity that we attach ourselves to go, I do Pilates Reformer. The amount of times you told me you've done a marathon or you did CrossFit, it makes me sick. Like, we get it, mate. Relax, you're fit. But do you know what I mean?
Not anymore.
There's this identity that we attach to it.
Yeah.
Like for me, I'm doing a try at the end of the year, and I reckon I've trained for 2 weeks, but I've told 45 people I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And so there's this identity we attach to it, and so we just it's hard for gyms because you want to provide a fitness training facility that supports it without losing your culture and without losing what you really do.
Yeah.
But you want to support them, so it's an interesting. Yeah, maybe Aussies. I just think we love trends. We love following.
But even
things.
like with gyms that we fit out now, like whether it be a functional training studio, they'll build a space where they have High Rock specific training spaces, or just a 24/7 gym that wants to make sure that they've got their functional space is ticked off with all the stuff that people might need if they're training for something like that.
Do you reckon gym sticks have got a way of coming back?
Maybe.
I think
Maybe.
if you're out there, gym stick listening, happy to discuss. But yeah, There's some great stats, Jerram, bringing some real professionalism to this podcast.
You pulled me up on it one day.
I said you need to give us more. Oh, I mean, we just got to give what the people they want.
No, that's fair. It's
Would you? So have you done high rocks?
nah. Thought about it, but I'm a bit broken at the moment.
I think that's the gap too. There's triathlons you can share the workout. I think is cool. High
Yeah.
rocks you can do teams in high rocks.
Yeah,
can't you?
yeah.
So I suppose it's similar. I think the tricky thing is you can't have something for everybody. I thought the same. I'd love to do high rocks. It's like, man, it'd be challenging, and I'd love that. I miss not playing footy, so it's like it's a bit of a team atmosphere, and you're smashing your body and you're getting through it. But then you're like, man, I'm old and I'm sore, but I should be right. So I'll do a triathlon. That sounds like a great idea, doesn't it?
Sounds a horrible idea.
That'd get me right through.
Where are you doing that?
Noosa.
Oh, you're doing this try.
Noosa try.
You're doing it with Adam.
Yeah.
I've done the kids Noosa try once when
You
I
doing
was
the full?
12 years old.
When you were 45.
You're doing the full.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it? It's 1.5K swim. I reckon I'll be all right with that. 40K ride just on the little BMX. That might
10K
feel-
run.
And then the 10K run. I think I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I've been training for 2 weeks, and I'm telling you, I've told 46 people now, and we get hundreds of listeners actually. So if anyone's looking to sponsor someone on the Noosa Triathlon towards a good charity, please reach out. But yeah, social. Where do you're a youngster, H. Where do you socially fit in your fitness?
I'm not a very social person in terms of fitness, to be honest. I go to the gym, I put my headphones in, and I do my training, and I don't talk to anyone. I do talk to people sometimes, just say hello. I don't train with anyone else really.
What about mates and stuff? Do they do any of this sort of activity, or they go on dates in the gym?
No.
Give us an insight to the young blokes and the ladies out there.
No, I think a lot of my
Henry,
mates are
tell
the
us.
same. I think a lot of my mates are the same. They're just training on their own.
Yeah.
Some of them have a PT.
I reckon some environments are like that though. Like if I go train at, because I'll train a couple of days at the local anytime, and or I'll train at the gym I was coaching at. And if I'm training there, feel like I'm real social. But if
Yeah.
I'm training in a traditional gym, I don't want to talk to anyone anyway either. I just want to like put my headphones in and just go and work. So it's funny like that. I think certain environments just stimulate that.
Yep.
Where are you running? You just running by yourself? Or
Yeah,
you-
just run just around my house, like around my neighbourhood.
up and down the
Just up
hallway?
and down, yeah, up down the stairs.
Don't be afraid to reach out past the front door, mate. Give it a run.
around my house.
Oh, well, this is fun. This has been a bit more chilled. 2026, what are we going to talk about? Let's straighten her up for the last couple of minutes. What is going to be the topics of this year? Like we're going to talk wellness. All right, cool. Everyone's trying to figure out how they do that. Recovery.
I think it'd be interesting to get a couple of spins on wellness from like from an actual methodology point of view, but also an actual business activation. That'd be cool.
Who's the guy that's spending all the cash on supplements and surgeries and whatever to make himself young? The longevity.
Biohacker guy.
What's his name?
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't-
Seen a post the other day, and it was a photo of him, and he spends something like $1 million a year to live till he's 100.
Yeah.
And then next to him, there's a photo of an old Italian dude fishing in a little fishing village that's
Smoking
102.
his cigarette.
Yeah, smoking his ciggy and saying, I wonder if we're going to unpack these things and go, man, just relax, go and do some fishing and
Punch a
chill
dart.
out. I don't know. It doesn't really sell, does it? Darts and fishing, but it's an interesting. I just again we're following this wellness and this
Certainly.
recovery thing, and it's going bonkers. It is everywhere.
It's one of those things where I reckon it's no one wants to get left behind. So some people are just trying to scramble to keep up, but might not necessarily have thought through what that looks like from a business point of view. Still reckon there's a lot of that.
Yeah,
But I'd love to speak to someone that could actually talk to some of that stuff.
the
business side
science of it, and
science of it, but also, all right, how does it fit into the different businesses? Because the more people I speak to, the more don't really know where it sits, and I think that would actually be really useful for our listeners.
cool.
I think too.
Strength training.
I think so.
That's
yeah.
this new thing
I'd
that you
like
do in a gym.
I reckon it'd be cool to get someone that's like a genuine strength coach.
I got someone we got to get on, a churro glute builder.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, that'd be cool.
Bang, let's
I'd
do
love
that.
that.
He'd love
Yeah.
it. Because, there's just
Is
so
he coming
much
out
time.
to do training or anything?
Yeah, maybe. I think he'd come out just for the podcast. If you're listening, Achiro, drop us a line.
That would be really cool, actually. 'Cause he's come from, was it Gym 80 as well, wasn't he?
Yeah. Guys like that are just coming in that you can tell he loves training.
Yeah.
He's on the kit. He lifts weights. He
Gets the science of it
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. And he's like, now he's paired up with a manufacturer that's like, cool, you tell me what to do and I'll build it. I'll make it work. And so I think most brands are now doing that. Like I know the others are also doing that. So it's going to be an interesting time. So I think we'll keep talking about strength, talk about recovery. Technology is, in Australia, I think technology is behind what some of the other countries are doing. We're talking to eGym constantly in Europe and what they're doing over there versus trying to get that in Australia. And I think the operators are ahead. It's the consumer demand is different.
Yeah.
We're a lot more, hey, give me my social fitness and I'll do that. Less, how does my AI build into my app that builds into my workout, that builds into my tracker, that tells me what to do?
Makes sense a bit when you think about Australian culture, though.
Outdoors, environment.
Yeah. But we also, like, our population is not as large. So it's going to be a little different or take a little bit longer for things.
So I think tech's still got a big role to play, obviously.
Yeah.
AI and everything that's going on is just, who knows what that's going to come from.
It's going to be interesting to watch.
Outdoor fitness, social fitness. One thing I do know is the Mate Spot Me podcast is going to be flying in 2026.
It's not going anywhere.
We are here to stay.
We get H back on. I'd like to see H back
It was good.
on.
I think it's good. And
He's really
this is the
softened
first
up.
one we've done as a group. So it's been a fun ride. And I think we got plenty to share. I think we get Bart back on. I'd love to have him back on. And
Definitely.
we've got a couple of guests coming up that I think the people will really love. But it's been fun. I've enjoyed it.
It has been.
But hit us up. Give us a subscribe down here, anyone that's watching. But it'd be good to continue to build up the subscribers and we'll build up the followers and we'll keep bringing you the data from down under.
We will.
Well done.
That's the wrap.
That's
it.
a wrap.
Done.